This is Denis Taaffe. I'm in my home studio room. It's like really early in the morning. I mean, I think it's not even 8 a.m. Well, I did a video recently, and I was completely appalled. By the video quality from my camera, and of course it was the lighting. I didn't have enough lighting. Now listen, I'm not a big, video buff or whatever. And I don't want to spend a lot of money on freaking lighting, but I did want to get at least a certain quality, where it's not so dark you can't even see the darn thing. So I went to my neighborhood Goodwill a long time ago, and for whatever reason I picked up this strange lamp. It's really odd. I don't know if it's one of those. It might be a reptile lamp or something, for reptiles, except it doesn't get hot. Anyway, I'll show it to you. So I just threw it in the corner here, and man, it makes all the difference in the world. There it is, and so it's got a switch here. I can just there's the difference. There's the actual lamp. So anyway, I'm hoping to get at least a little better quality. It just looks really dark before. So, what do I have for you today? Well, very interestingly, I have, I'd like to talk to you about guitar picks. And, often an overlooked subject, when it comes to guitar, that, any old pick will do. Not really true at all. In fact, let me show you my, here's where I keep my picks in the studio room. Right here. Right, you've got two hands, and it's holding the little picks inside. See that? Their hands. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of neat. Anyway, what I'll tell you is, when I first started, I started with these picks. I'll bring this up to the camera, because you can't see it. It's basically a Dunlop pick, and they're okay, but they're kind of a big pick. Here it is. You see, it's got that edge there. Those worked okay. At the time, I didn't really know any better. Just one of the common picks you could get. Now, later on, and this is a pick I really, 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 really like, and played with for years and still do. And it's called the Cradle pick. And what was neat about this pick, it was a harder pick, but it was smaller, and it had edges on each side so that you could really grip the pick, and it would kind of put your hand in the right playing position. You see that? So I was using that, and well, for a while there, what I discovered is that then I couldn't use any other pick, because it's angled a little differently, so I couldn't get used to normal picks. Not really a problem until you discover, they've gone out of business, and you can't get them anymore. Now, I have a reserve of them, so I do still use them, but I can't get them that often. So, what to do? Well, I tried going back to the gray the gray pick here, and well, that didn't quite work out. I was hitting strings that I didn't mean to hit and that kind of thing. So I switched then to, in fact, I was looking at what other players were playing, and I remember an old Eric Johnson video, and he had mentioned the Jazz Pick 3, right? From, and so I said, maybe I'll try that. And so I did. And here it is. It's a little tiny thing. See that? Really small. I thought I would try that. And what I found is that it's very much like a cradle pick. It has almost the same hardness as a cradle pick. And it's very, very small. And what I found is immediately a lot more control. The truth is, I mean, you get closer to the string because it's so small, and it gives you more control. And I was picking faster, but also more reliably. So definitely the pick for me was this. It's made by Dunlop. It's the Jazz Pick 3. Now, fortunately, the Jazz Pick 3 is not a cheap pick in comparison to other picks. You know, true that most picks aren't very expensive to begin with. However, I found something even better, and these are, wouldn't you know it, classic Jazz 3 picks made by Dunlop. However, these are the Eric Johnson classic Jazz 3 picks. Pretty cool. And I have no idea if it's any different than the normal Jazz 3 pick. It might be a little bit, but I don't know. I think they just put Eric Johnson's name on it or whatever. Maybe not. The Eric Johnson Jazz 3 features a more refined and smooth tip, lighter weight, more flexibility, and a matte finish with raised logos offering an incredible gripping surface. My God, this can't be. Yet here it is. My God, this can't be. Yet here it is. Now this is a 6-pack. I have tried the Eric Johnson Jazz 3 picks, and they are fantastic. But on top of that, this was $3.98 with shipping per package of 6. And that's a lot cheaper than buying 6 Jazz Pick 3s, generic Jazz Pick 3s. So here it is. Highly, highly, highly recommended. I wish I had used these from the start, you know, when I started playing. However, it took me maybe a week of playing to get used to them, and then from there is no problem, even coming from the cradle pick. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the cradle pick. It's a great pick. It's just getting them is difficult. And I don't want to, you know, use up the ones I do have too much. So here's the alternative. And I've found that it really does make me play better. Just more precise, more consistent, definitely worthwhile, and just the right size. You'll see that's real small, so your hand has to come closer to the string than something like the gray Dunlop, which is bigger and there's less pick. But that less pick also, you know, avoids hitting the wrong strings and that kind of thing. And the fact that these are a little harder, you know, they're not going to go and, you know, once you hit a string, rebound, you know, and hit the wrong string after that. It's just a real solid pick. Yeah, so highly recommend these right here, and for whatever reason, you can get a good price on the little 6-pack Eric Johnson Jazz 3 picks. A lot less expensive than the generic Jazz 3 picks.